What is up, guys? Welcome to this Q&A video. This is Q&A number 9 on my channel. Today's Q&A doesn't really have a topic. I just left it pretty open, so there's going to be all types of questions. I think there was about 50 questions asked on my Instagram post, which is awesome. It gave me a lot of choice, a lot of flexibility in what questions I can choose and stuff like that. So I have probably about 80% of the questions written down. A lot of them are repeats from previous Q&As, so I decided to take some of those out. But I have the majority of the questions right here in this Word document. Courtney, we're going to try something else out. We're going to have Courtney read me some of the questions, see how that works. Yeah, we're going to get started here. I'm going to try to answer as many as possible. Let's try to keep this Q&A under like 15-ish minutes. I didn't really give any thought in any of them just because I wanted to keep it spontaneous as always. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this Q&A started.
All right, first question. Really? How did you get into modeling?
How did I get into modeling? I talked about this in my very first Q&A, which was like about a year and a half ago on this YouTube channel. But I used to play competitive soccer. For those of you guys that don't know, I played for pretty much my entire life since I was 4 or 5 years old. And on my competitive soccer team, there was this kid when I think I was about 15 years old. He modeled quite a bit, just like the basic stuff, Adidas, a lot of the young youth stuff. And he was just always coming to practice with stories and stuff about how fun his photo shoot was. So about 6 months after that, I wanted to give it a try. The first agency I actually submitted pictures to, my parents went and took pictures of me in my front of my house by my garage. They actually never even responded to me. And then the second agency, about a month after that, I wasn't depressed, but I was a little bit sad. And so I was like, screw it, I'm gonna give it another try. So I took a bunch of fresh new pictures, a little bit better than the last ones. I'll actually put the pictures that I sent to the agency on the screen right now for you guys. I think it'll be pretty interesting. So I sent them some pictures. Within like 3 or 4 days after I sent them pictures, they emailed me back and they wanted me to go in for like a test shoot to kind of see how I was in front of the camera, to see if I was a little bit natural. So I did that. And then a month after that, those pictures got to the agency. They wanted to meet me, and then from there, everything started when I was about 15 and a half, 16 years old. Question number 2.
Are you sponsored by a supplement company?
No, I'm not sponsored by a supplement company. I did, before I moved out here, when I was bulking around 200, 205 pounds, I did have a couple offers from, I think, 3 or 4 different supplement companies, all within like a month or 2 span of each other. I got really close to locking in a deal with one specific company. Personally, I think they just wanted a little too much out of my social media for what they were going to give me in return. So I decided to wait a little bit. I love the company. I still use a lot of their products. You guys probably know of the company if you guys watched some previous videos. They had sent me a lot of products and stuff like that. I tested a lot of things out to see if I really did like it, and everything was set into place. I just didn't think that the deal we were talking about was fair at the moment. Right now, unsponsored, and I'm totally fine with it, just because I don't use a lot of supplements anyways, so it's not like I spend a lot of money on that type of stuff.
Do you take any supplements to help stay lean?
I don't take any supplements to stay lean. When I did take fat burners or fat stimulants, it was just for the caffeine, for the energy purposes. I never used it for fat loss purposes. I just used it to wake up in the morning instead of a cup of coffee, but I don't use any sort of supplements to stay lean. I honestly just kind of think they're a waste of money. You can do the best way to lose weight, and like pretty much the only way to lose weight is just tracking your macros and stuff like that. So I definitely say invest more of your time in focusing on macros rather than looking for a supplement that will help with fat loss.
What's your advice for someone who struggles on losing weight and has a goal of looking slim and toned?
This kind of goes back to the question about macros, or the question about fat loss. I would definitely say find a coach or invest enough time in yourself and research to figure out what proper macros you need and the proper ratio and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, it's calories in versus calories out. You have to be eating less than what you're burning each day to lose weight. And more specifically, you have to have like a good proper macro ratio between those calories. And same thing with people bulking up. You have to have the proper macros, the proper ratio and stuff like that. So just the short answer to that is track your macros, research your macros, find what works best for you, calorie-wise.
How much did you weigh at 15 years old?
How much did I weigh at 15 years old? Actually, I have my ID here. I was 150 pounds at 5'11" at 16 years old. So I'd say about 145 to 150 pounds. I think I was 5'10", 5 foot 10 inches at 15 years old. I do have a picture that I'll put on the screen right now when I was 14. So to give you guys an idea, I was very, very skinny, didn't have the best genetics. I had really long limbs, pretty wide waist, and no shoulders at all. So there you go, there's your answer, 145, 150 pounds.
Would you give up fitness if Courtney asked you to?
Would I give up fitness if Courtney asked? No. I don't think she would ask either.
No. And there you go. You have a ton of Instagram followers. Do you ever get recognized in public?
Do I ever get recognized in public? What is surprising is I've gotten recognized more on my YouTube than I have on my Instagram and stuff. A lot of the people that recognize me from Instagram, a lot of it's at the gym. I'd say like 75% of the time is at the gym. But they won't come up to me. They'll like message me after the fact, after I left the gym or after wherever I saw them, and be like, oh, I saw you, I should have came up to you. And yeah, I mean, I love when people come up to me and they ask for a picture or whatever. It's just very, very awesome. It's a humbling experience, and I really, really do enjoy it. It's not bothering me at all. So if you guys ever see me out, wherever, no matter what, come up to me, say hi to me. I really do appreciate it. Sorry, there's a motorcycle. I really do appreciate it, even though sometimes my resting face kind of looks like I'm really grumpy. I'm not. It's just how I normally just look. I don't get recognized as much as probably a lot of people would think.
That's because a lot of your followers are like, not all of them are in the United States.
Yeah, a lot of them are younger in the United States, but no, definitely.
I said a lot of them aren't
in the United States.
They're
Yeah,
like
true.
In Mexico and Italy and random places. So.
But yeah, since I moved to LA, I've definitely gotten recognized a lot more than when I was in Portland, for sure.
Okay, so the next one is, how often will you be doing new apparel designs and launches?
That's a good question. So how often will I come out with new collections, new launches? As often as possible. Honestly, right now I'm just starting up. This is my very first launch, and I'm just still learning so much as it goes. My hair is freaking messed up right now. I'm just still learning so much.
No, worse. Better.
So I'm still learning so much as it goes, and it just takes a lot of time in between launches to make sure like I have enough capital to invest in a whole new launch, a whole new product, because just the sample development, finding a designer, finding the fabric, all that stuff does cost a lot of money. So I need to make sure that my previous launch was successful in order to do the next launch. And once I get that going, once it starts, like once I get the snowball effect going, then I'll start doing launches hopefully every other month, once a month even potentially. But right now I need to separate it every couple months or every 3 months like I'm doing right now. The next launch will be in the fall. I'm working on the hoodies right now, as you guys know, so I'm very excited for that. And I'm actually wearing the shirt right now. But yeah, hopefully down the road every month, every other month with some new products and stuff like that, more innovative stuff once I get the overhead and the capital for that as well.
And just the process of making your own individual items, it's like it's not an overnight thing. It takes a while.
Yeah, everything's cut and sew that I do. It's not wholesale. I know a lot of gym clothing companies buy wholesale and just print their screen print on the shirt, when that's why they have their shirts a lot cheaper than what a lot of the cut and sew clothing lines have as well, just because
and they can launch
wholesale prices, and they can launch. Their turnaround time is incredible because they can literally buy minimums of like 5 to 10 rather than minimums of cut and sew are way higher than that. And they can buy it and have it shipped from China within like a week or two, and then just go to a screen printer, print their stuff on the shirt, and have it turned around in like 2 weeks or something. But with cut and sew, you have to go through the sample process, all that stuff. So that's why my stuff is a little bit more expensive than some of the other clothing lines. I know Alphalete's cut and sew as well. Gymshark's obviously cut and sew. That's why the prices are a little bit higher than some of the other clothing lines.
Would you team up with Sergio, Mariano, or Toni for a YouTube video collab?
Yes, they were all very good people. Toni was freaking awesome. I got along with him like great. He's a very nice guy. He's a little bit like shy, which is not what I expected. He's kind of like me. He's a little more introverted, but he's very nice, very thoughtful, like just always ask me questions about myself and stuff like that. So I enjoyed hanging with him. Nick was the same way. He was an awesome guy, Nick Bateman, very nice. He got recognized like literally everywhere we went, to a club, to the beach, just walking around at the mall, at the outdoor mall. He got recognized every couple minutes, and he was just so nice to every single person that came up to him. So they're all very nice people. Sergio as well, very nice guy. And I would collab with them again, yes.
Should you stay lean year round, and then it says 8 to 12%, or bulk and cut?
should you stay lean year round or do a bulking cut? It really depends on your goal. If you have goals to get super big and super muscular, that's pretty far off to what you look right now. I definitely suggest bulk and cut cycles just because it's a way more, just a better way to go about putting on muscle mass rather than just trying to stay lean and put on like very minimal gains each year. I did stay lean as long as possible year round for 3 years, and I've made more gains in the 6 months doing a bulk and cut cycle than I did for the 3 years that I tried to stay really lean. It just really depends on your goals. Right now, I'm probably staying towards staying lean as long as possible and just making slow gains. But obviously, if you have a big goal in mind, doing a bulk and cut cycle is going to be the best thing for you.
Okay, the next one is, how's the business going financially so far?
How's my business? I'm assuming the clothing line. That's a good question. It's a little personal, but obviously I want to talk to you guys as much as I feel comfortable with doing. It went very good. I'm happy with it. There is a lot of issues that came to the surface as we launched that I never really expected or never really would have realized. One of the reasons, or one of the issues, the biggest issues we had was international shipping and customs fees slapped on top of that. I obviously knew just from other clothing lines and like other complaints from the YouTube comments from other clothing lines and stuff. International shipping has always been an issue, and what I did with my shipping was everything's calculated to the exact amount that it's going to cost me, so I wasn't making money, I wasn't surcharging anything at all, and it was just basically what the shipping was is what you guys paid. But I learned with the $30 shirts is what pretty much is my price point, on top of $13 shipping, potentially even more if you get multiple shirts. It's not worth it to a lot of people from international countries, especially when they don't know if they're going to get a custom fee or not. So that was a big thing I learned. My web host has abandoned cart section, which means it shows me everyone that made it to the checkout but didn't actually purchase something. And I would say about 80-90% of those customers were all international. So I definitely learned a big valuable lesson about shipping costs and about international just customers in general, that it's I either need to lower the shipping and take a huge hit in profits on my side of the thing, or just not expect a lot of international orders. So right now I'm trying to figure that out. I need to figure out how much shipping a sweatshirt's going to be, since it is a little bit heavier than the shirts, and just go from there. So that was a big valuable lesson.
And you dropped the shipping cost.
And I dropped the shipping cost, by the way. I made it $5 flat now for anyone that wants to purchase a shirt international. So that's the best I can possibly do. I'm already cutting, compared to other companies that are producing in China, I'm taking a huge profit hit as is on top of the shipping costs that I'm taking as well. So that's as low as I can possibly go. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. And then the other thing I was going to say about the first launch and what I learned, I just spent a tremendous amount of money in the sample development stage, a lot of time as well, you guys know that. So now I know, I've learned so much from the sample development stage that I can cut a lot of costs out. Like, it would blow your mind if you guys knew how much money I spent on the first launch. I'm not going to obviously go into that, but it's just, now I know that there's a lot of ways that I can cut costs with still getting the same product, the same quality and everything like that. So moving forward, I think it's definitely going to be positive, and I'm very happy with how everything's going right now, and I'm just very excited for future launches and to watch the company grow. We're at like 1,000 Instagram followers right now. We broke 1,000 I think a couple days ago, which is awesome. Next question.
Do you drink any alcohol?
Do I drink alcohol? I actually had an old fashioned last night for the first time. That's the first time I ever ordered a drink from a bar, was last night. But besides that, I don't really drink any alcohol at all. I did have a little bit in Greece just because it was kind of a vacation. Everyone was like, we all had like a shot in celebration. Not really any reasons why. I don't really go out that much, so that's probably a big reason. I have wine every once in a while. I love wine. That would be my go-to alcohol for sure.
Last question. What's your face cleaning routine?
My face cleaning routine, it's trash. I don't do anything in the morning at all. I just pretty much wash off all the benzoyl peroxide topical I had, and then put a little bit of lotion on, get on with my day. At night is when I do the majority of my face cleaning routine. I have Kiehl's face wash. I'll put the picture right now. I'll wash my face, and then I'll do Retin-A just on my forehead. That's where I have the majority of my acne scars. I'll do that, I'll rub it in, and then I'll just do a moisturizer on top of that as well. And then if I need to put any topical on, I'll put some topical on my like actual breakouts. Right now I'm actually doing pretty good compared to last week when I had a bunch of halo top and stuff. I just can't do dairy at all. And that's it. That's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this YouTube video, this Q&A to be specific. I'm actually going to try to vlog tomorrow as well, so you guys will have either a full day of eating or just a typical vlog for Thursday's video. This is going up on Sunday, which is tomorrow for me. For those of you guys that want to purchase online coaching, nickpalladino.com. It's always available. I have 25% off everything. It's going to end, I think, in 3 or 4 days from now. I think I'm ending it the day after 4th of July. It is a 4th of July sale, so if you guys are interested in that, 25% off everything. Use code SUMMERSALE2017 at checkout. Shoot me an email if you guys have any questions. I love to work with some of you guys. I currently have a lot of successful clients right now. It's just awesome to see me working with all these clients and seeing how happy they are, seeing all their progression. So I'd love to work with some of you guys. Peace out. Drop a like if you guys did enjoy the video. It really does help the channel out when you guys give these videos likes. I'll see you guys soon.
And thumbs up if you want another couples Q&A.
Oh yeah, if you guys want a couples Q&A soon, drop a like. How long is this? 27 minutes.